Enzo, a sharp, ambitious guy sitting in a plush, dimly lit boardroom in Boston, was surrounded by admirers. He's living the dream. Fast cars, fancy suits, a corner office with a view that screams, "I've made it." Enzo is the star of the show, the golden boy, the trader of the year. Everyone wants a piece of him, eager to shake his hand and bask in his reflected glory. He had a knack for spotting opportunities and a natural talent for reading the market. But there was one thing Enzo hated more than anything: losing trades. To him, losing was a sign of weakness, a blemish on his otherwise stellar record. He believed that a true winner never lost, that every trade should be a victory. But beneath the polished exterior, there was a shadow that looms. His winning streak, his meteoric rise, is like a game of Jenga, built on shaky foundations, teetering on the brink of collapse. You see, Enzo's success wasn't built on skill or knowledge. It was a cocktail of luck, bravado, and a market that was on an unprecedented bull run. He was making bets, not calculated trades. He was throwing darts blindfolded, and somehow, miraculously, hitting the bullseye every time. And a voice deep down kept telling Enzo the run was unsustainable, that he was riding a wave that could crash at any moment. The whispers of doubt in his mind grew louder with each passing day, but he drowned them out with the cheers of his colleagues and the clinking of champagne glasses. Then it happened. The market, like a fickle lover, turned on him. The bubble burst, the tide turned, and Enzo's carefully constructed Jenga tower crumbled. His portfolio, once a symbol of his success, was now a graveyard of bad decisions. The fall from grace was brutal. One day, he was the toast of the town. The next, he was a cautionary tale, the subject of hushed conversations and pitying glances. His colleagues, once so eager to be in his presence, now avoided him like the plague. The corner office was replaced with a cubicle, the fancy suits with wrinkled khakis. Enzo was crushed. His confidence, once unshakable, was shattered. The reality of his situation hit him like a ton of bricks. He had lost not just money, but also his reputation, his self-worth, his sense of identity. He was lost, adrift in a sea of self-doubt and regret. For weeks, he wallowed in his misery, replaying his mistakes, berating himself for his arrogance and ignorance. He considered quitting, walking away from the trading world altogether. But then, a spark of defiance ignited within him. He refused to be defined by his failures. Could he learn from his mistakes, rebuild his life, and come back stronger than ever? So, Enzo embarked on a journey of self-discovery and redemption. He devoured every book on trading he could get his hands on, attended seminars, and sought out mentors who could guide him on the right path. He spent countless hours analyzing his past trades, dissecting his errors, and identifying his weaknesses. Slowly but surely, the fog began to lift. He started to see the market in a new light, not as a casino, but as a complex ecosystem governed by rules and patterns. He learned about risk management and fundamental analysis. He developed a disciplined trading plan and stuck to it, even when it meant missing out on seemingly lucrative opportunities. The road to recovery was long and winding. There were more losses, more setbacks, more moments of doubt. But Enzo persevered. He learned from every mistake, every missed opportunity, and every moment of fear or greed. He honed his skills, sharpened his instincts, and developed a deep understanding of the market. Enzo found himself back in the boardroom, not as the prodigal son returning, but as a seasoned veteran, respected for his knowledge and discipline. He had rebuilt his portfolio, his reputation, and his self-respect. He was no longer the flashy, reckless trader of the past, but a thoughtful, calculated trader, one who understood the risks and rewards of the market. The very losses he had hated with everything he had, that had once threatened to destroy him, had become his greatest teachers. They had humbled him, forced him to confront his weaknesses, and ultimately led him to a level of success he had never imagined possible. He was no longer afraid of losing. He had learned to embrace it as a part of the journey. One day, a group of young traders approached him, eager to learn from his success. Enzo smiled, remembering his own early days on the trading floor. He shared his story with them, emphasizing the importance of learning from losses. "Don't be afraid to lose," he told them. "Every loss is a lesson, an opportunity to improve your skills and refine your strategy. Embrace your mistakes, analyze them, and use them to become a better trader." The young traders listened intently, their eyes wide with admiration. Enzo's words resonated with them, offering a fresh perspective on the challenges and rewards of trading. As Enzo looked around the room, he saw himself in these young faces, their ambition, their hunger for success. He knew that they would face their own share of losses, their own moments of doubt and despair. But he also knew that if they could learn to embrace their failures, they would emerge stronger, wiser, and more prepared for the unpredictable world of trading. Have you ever felt that gut-wrenching feeling when a trade goes south? That pit in your stomach, the urge to just shut your laptop and pretend it never happened? Yeah, we've all been there. As Nobel Prize winner Daniel Kahneman puts it, people are not that averse to risk. They hate losing. And that hits home hard when it comes to trading. But those losses, they are not just setbacks. They're actually a crucial part of becoming a successful trader. Sounds crazy, right? Well, in this video, we're diving deep into the psychology of trading losses and revealing the 5 reasons why losses are actually your secret weapon on the path to trading mastery. 1. Losses are your tuition. Losing trades, yeah, I know it sucks. It's like getting punched in the gut by the market. And most of the time, it leaves you feeling deflated and questioning your every decision. But here's the thing. Losses aren't just setbacks. They're also opportunities. They're like those tough lessons you learn in life, the ones that sting at the time but ultimately make you stronger and wiser. Every loss, no matter how big or small, teaches you something valuable. Maybe it exposes a flaw in your strategy, a blind spot in your analysis, or a weakness in your emotional control. Maybe it reveals a new market trend, a hidden risk, or a valuable insight into human psychology. Think of it like this. You're in a boxing match with the market. Every punch you take, every knockdown, is a chance to learn. You study your opponent's moves, you analyze your own weaknesses, and you adjust your strategy accordingly. You get back up, dust yourself off, and come back stronger in the next round. Early on in my trading journey, I made a ton of mistakes, especially when it came to risk management. Even though I knew the concept, I just didn't apply it consistently, and it took a string of painful losses for me to finally realize that risk management wasn't just some theoretical idea, that it was a crucial part of trading that needed my full attention. Those losses were a wake-up call, forcing me to become a serious student of the market, and made me discover trading psychology and legends like Mark Douglas, through who I have learned so much that I am able to impact unto others today. It is the same for Enzo. His early success was built on a fear of losing. It led to reckless trading and eventual downfall. But he turned them into lessons, analyzing his mistakes and improving his approach. Experienced traders know this all too well. They will tell you that some of their biggest breakthroughs, their most profitable strategies, were born out of their most painful losses. It's like that old saying, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. The next time you take a hit in the market, don't just wallow in self-pity. Take a step back, analyze the situation, and figure out what went wrong. Was it a technical error, a misreading of the market sentiment, or a lack of discipline? Once you identify the problem, you can take steps to correct it. You can adjust your strategy, refine your risk management, or work on your emotional control. You can turn that loss into a valuable lesson, a stepping stone on your path to trading success. Losing trades are your tuition in the school of trading. They're not fun, they're not easy, but they're absolutely essential, and you must make that payment if you want to graduate to the next level. 2. Trading losses build resilience. Let's be honest, trading isn't for the faint of heart. It's a wild, exhilarating ride, filled with ups and downs that can leave you feeling like you've just stepped off the world's craziest roller coaster. One minute you're riding high, celebrating a big win. The next you're staring at a screen full of red numbers, your stomach sinking faster than a lead balloon. It's a roller coaster of emotions that can test even the most seasoned trader's sanity. You know so much about this that you are thinking of it right now. But here's the thing. Those gut-wrenching losses, those moments of doubt and frustration, they're not just setbacks. They're the fire that forges mental resilience. It's like learning to surf. You're gonna wipe out a lot at first, get tumbled around, maybe even swallow a mouthful of salt water. But each time you get back on that board, you're a little stronger, a little more determined, learning, getting better and stronger each time. The traders who truly thrive in this game aren't the ones who never lose. That's impossible. They're the ones who learn to cope with losses, who can step back, take a deep breath, and analyze what went wrong without letting it crush their spirit. They turn those losses into lessons, refining their strategies and honing their decision-making skills. A good example is Jesse Livermore. His trading story was marked by both triumphs and bankruptcies, highlighting the transformative power of losses in trading. Livermore experienced several major losses throughout his career, including a significant loss in the 1907 market crash. But despite these losses, Livermore never gave up. He continued to work on his trading methods and strategies. And in 1929, he made one of his most famous trades. He turned setbacks into lessons, ultimately becoming a legendary trader known for his market insights and resilience. His story reminds us that even the best traders lose. But it's how we respond that shapes our success, just like Enzo in our story. It's not about avoiding losses altogether. It's about developing the mental fortitude to weather the storms, to pick yourself up after a wipeout, and paddle back out with even more determination. It's about staying focused on the long game, knowing that every loss is just another step on the path to success. The next time you take a hit in the market, don't let it derail you. Take a moment to process those emotions, learn from the experience, and come back stronger. 3. Losses force adaptation. You're a chef, and your signature dish just got a bad review. You could sulk and blame the customer, or you could take it as constructive criticism and head back to the kitchen to refine your recipe. That's what losses do in trading. They force you to reevaluate, to experiment, to find new and better ways to navigate the ever-changing market landscape. Let's face it, the market is a fickle beast. It's constantly shifting, evolving, and throwing curveballs at us. What worked yesterday might not work today, and what works today might be obsolete tomorrow. This is why I have placed trading psychology over trading strategy. Now here's the thing. Losses are like those little nudges from the market, those gentle or not so gentle reminders that you need to step up your game. They're like a mirror reflecting the flaws in your approach, the weaknesses in your strategy. By analyzing your losses, you can identify areas for improvement. Maybe you need to tighten your risk management, adjust your entry and exit points, or even scrap a strategy altogether. It's all about being flexible, adaptable, and willing to evolve. The traders who succeed in the long run aren't the ones who stick rigidly to an idea. No matter what, they're the ones who are constantly learning, adapting, and evolving. This is another reason you need to have a trading journal, so that the next time you take a loss, you don't just brush it off. All you need is a deep dive into your trading journal. Analyze what went wrong, and figure out how you can improve. Is it the asset you are trading? Is it the trading session? Use it as an opportunity to fine-tune your strategies, to become a more versatile and adaptable trader. If you want to stay ahead of the curve, you need to be willing to change with it. So embrace those losses, learn from them, and use them to fuel your growth as a trader. Because in the end, adaptability is the key to long-term profitability in this ever-evolving game. Number 4. Losses reinforce risk management. Trading without risk management is like walking a tightrope without a safety net. It's thrilling, sure, but one misstep and you're plummeting into the abyss. And trust me, in the trading world, that abyss is deep and unforgiving. Risk management is your safety net, your parachute, your lifeline. It's what keeps you in the game, even when things go south. It's about protecting your capital, so you can live to trade another day. Now, I know it's tempting to throw caution to the wind and go all in on a trade, especially when you're feeling confident. But that's a recipe for disaster. It's like betting your entire life savings on a single hand of poker. Sure, you might win big, but the odds are stacked against you. If you have seen the video where I told my story, you would know I started out trading with $4,000, risking $2,000 on each trade. I have to say losing it all eventually helped because it taught me that losses are those painful reminders that risk management isn't just some boring concept. It's a crucial part of trading that can mean the difference between success and ruin. Let's assume you're on a road trip and you're cruising down the highway, enjoying the scenery, but then, out of nowhere, a deer jumps in front of your car. If you're not wearing a seatbelt, you're in serious trouble. That seatbelt is your risk management, protecting you from the unexpected. You will remember the 2020 crypto craze when Elon Musk was pumping Dogecoin like crazy. Like Enzo, I was riding that wave, making a lot of money. I'm talking over 400% profit on my initial investment. Feeling like a genius, I threw all my winnings back in, even taking money from my parent. Well, the market decided to teach me a lesson. Dogecoin crashed, and I watched my gains, my capital and money borrowed from my parent, vanish into thin air. Looking back now, I know proper risk management would have saved my butt. Sure, I wouldn't have made as much, but I also wouldn't have lost so much. And let's be real, losing that much money hurts way more than winning ever feels good. It's a tough lesson, but one I'll never forget. In trading, those unexpected events happen all the time. The market can turn on a dime, and if you're not prepared, you can get wiped out. That's where risk management tools like position sizing and stop-loss orders come in. Position sizing is about determining how much of your capital to risk on any given trade. It's like deciding how much gas to put in your car before a long trip. You don't want to run out, but you also don't want to overfill the tank. Stop-loss orders are your emergency brake. They automatically close your trade if it reaches a certain loss level, preventing you from losing more than you can afford. It's like having a safety net in case you fall off that tightrope. When you experience losses firsthand, you'll gain a deeper appreciation for these risk management tools. You'll understand the importance of protecting your capital and avoiding those catastrophic losses that can derail your trading journey. 5. Losses are a part of the process. Let's be clear, even the most seasoned traders experience losses. It's simply the nature of the game. As I'm writing this, I'm enjoying a profitable trade, even after taking some profits off the table, but it wasn't without a few bumps in the road. I had 2 losing trades right before this one. I mentioned Jesse Livermore earlier in the video, but permit me to tell you how his story ended. Despite his immense success, even he couldn't escape the reality of losses. The Great Depression hit him hard, and despite initially profiting from the market crash, he ultimately lost everything. In 1940, at the age of 63, Jesse Livermore took his own life, leaving behind a legacy of both triumph and tragedy. His tragic end underscores the fact that no strategy is foolproof, and losses are an inevitable part of trading, even for the most brilliant minds. Think of it like a game of football or soccer, depending on where you are. Even the star striker misses some goals. Nobody's perfect, and the market certainly won't hand you victories easily. Even with the most thorough analysis, unexpected events, powerful institutions, and unforeseen economic news can disrupt your trades. No strategy, no matter how well crafted, will win every time. If you enter the market expecting to win every trade, you're setting yourself up for disappointment and unnecessary stress. The sooner you accept that losses are part of the journey, the better equipped you'll be to handle them. Losses are like potholes on the road to success. They're frustrating and can slow you down, but they're not the end of the journey. Navigate around them, learn from the experience, and keep moving forward. The key is to not let those losses consume you. Don't allow them to undermine your confidence or cloud your judgment. Instead, take a break, reflect on what happened, and analyze where things went wrong. So, stay focused on the big picture. Don't get caught up in the daily ups and downs. Learn from your losses, adapt your strategies, and keep your eyes on the prize. Ultimately, it's the traders who can effectively manage the inevitable losses who achieve consistent profitability. I know it is scary to lose, but to help you cement the belief that losses are a part of the process, I will recommend that you watch this video that shows you exactly why the best losers are actually the winners. Of course, you made it to the end of this video. Well, permit me to tell you that you are destined for great things as a trader because of your willingness to learn and get better. If you have not, please give this video a thumbs up. Subscribe and share this video because more people deserve to see it. Thanks for watching.